As much as I believe in the benefits of the therapeutic space, not everyone is ready to incorporate this into their healing journey. So that might beg the question, can I be my own therapist? Today we are going to look at a Reddit post about this question. I will also fill in some of my own thoughts and ideas on the subject. Hi there. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Raquel Perez, and I am a licensed professional counselor in the state of Colorado. This is where I share my own lived stories and the stories of others. I also share how my mind and body are making sense of the information to create space for insight. If that sounds like something that you are interested in, please subscribe to the channel below. With that, let's go ahead and get started with today's Reddit story. The title of this Reddit post is Being Your Own Therapist. Some people have told me that I should have studied psychology, which I haven't done. And I don't think it's something I would choose to do as a career. I am more into tech. But I can't deny that psychology seems interesting to me. Trying to understand people and how their thought patterns work is something that piques my curiosity. In short, I'm not an expert in psychology. Far from it. All I do is try to listen to people attentively, focus as much as my mind allows me, and ask questions. Many questions, if the person feels comfortable with it. I've sometimes noticed that asking the right questions is what a person might need to see their issues from a different perspective, which can help them feel some relief or think about how to deal with a situation in a new way they may not have considered. Of course, this is only in regular conversation, and if the person allows it and wants to. I never manipulate or guilt trip anyone who doesn't want to talk about their things. Now here is where it gets interesting. When it comes to my thoughts, emotions, feelings, and experiences, I find it extremely difficult to express and share what's inside of me outwardly. Unless I take the time to write it down, but that's a separate topic. I would like to be able to vocalize everything that's going on inside of me. But I feel like that would only be possible if I had someone similar to me, with the same ability to ask questions and the same style of questions I ask. Specific, thought-provoking, and gradual questions that help people build brick by brick. In short, what I want to ask is there a way I can do the same thing I do with other people, but with myself? How can I be my own listener and ask myself the same questions? Like having the ability to be a second person. Someone more neutral, asking questions to the I, the more emotional self, more attached to experiences and feelings. That would seem so useful to me. Do you want to get in on the convo? Don't forget to drop some comments down below and get in on the conversation too. As far as my thoughts and feelings on the subject, I want to again acknowledge that not everyone is ready to incorporate therapy or therapy service into their healing journey. And that's understandable, and it makes sense to me, especially when the narratives and the thoughts surrounding therapy services are what they are. Specifically, the thoughts and the ideas that we should show up to the therapy office, figure out what's wrong with us, fill out some diagnosis paperwork, maybe some assessments, get a diagnosis, and then fix me all up by using a treatment plan, patch me up, fix me up, and send me on my way. Yeah, this doesn't sound very intriguing to me either. So again, it makes sense that not everyone is ready to incorporate therapy into their healing process. And many of these narratives might be some of the issue that they have. Now, I do also want to acknowledge that there are many people who have begun to deviate from this way, this model of doing therapy and providing therapy services. While yes, I do think that it's a little bit slow in rolling out, but I do want to acknowledge that there are some people who are. And the people who are do see therapy services much in the way that I do, and that is exactly the way the author describes what they like doing in conversation with another person. The way that they describe listening attentively, asking questions that feel comfortable for the other person to share, allowing them the space to build up on their ideas brick by brick. Or the way that I like to think about it, and that is holding space for another individual, another human, to dive and dig into some of the rawest and most vulnerable places of their life, of their human experience. So I take great pride and honor when somebody decides to work with me and invite me into their healing journey. Now, all of that being said, again, I completely understand that not everyone is in the space where they want to incorporate therapy into their healing journey. And so what are my thoughts about that? Now, here are my thoughts on that. When you're beginning your healing journey, it doesn't matter whether you're doing that with a therapist or without a therapist. What does matter is that you are embarking on that healing journey, whatever that might look like for you. And again, there is nothing right or wrong with having a therapist or not having a therapist. Creating insight, creating space for curiosity and self-exploration is what really matters. And the antidote to creating this kind of space is safety. So with that, I encourage you to find places where you can incorporate the safety needed to become curious about your own experiences. Now, this might be something like reading or writing, engaging in meditation, and making sure to create a space that makes you feel safe enough to embark on that journey. Now, this might look like consuming arts such as theater, movies, music, visual arts. It can be so many different things that begin to incorporate the perspective of other people into what is happening for us, and that creates the space for insight. But don't forget, safety is absolutely necessary in order to really sit and dig into what is coming up for us. In other words, find whatever it is that allows you to create that space for self-exploration and insight, whatever it may be that works for you, because that, at the end of the day, is what really matters. Well, my friend, that's all I have for this video. If you have found it useful or helpful in any way, please hit that like button down below. If you would like to get weekly content that allows you the space to create safety for insight, please subscribe to the channel. And if you are looking for more space right now to create that space for curiosity with safety, I encourage you to check out this meditation. That is to take a deep dive into starting a new beginning by reflecting on the past. Well, my friend, until next time, bye for now.